What are all the different type of constraints we have in Oracle? So we have not null, unique, primary key, check constraint, foreign key, and there is a one more category called default. So already what are all the different constraints we have seen? Okay, so we have discussed about the already we are discussed about what? I have uploaded the video also, guys. Hope everyone is practiced about not null, unique, primary key, okay, check constraint, foreign key. This five type of constraints already we have discussed. Okay, and also I told you two important points, guys. What are all those? So we can declare these constraints in two types, two ways. What is that? The first one is what? Column level constraint. The second one is what? Table level constraint. So what is the meaning of column level constraint? So column level constraint means, for example, yesterday, if we declare a constraint immediately after the declaration of column, see, column name, data type, okay, this is a column declaration, right? After declaring column, immediately if I declare the constraint, that is called column level constraint. Okay, so that's what we have started yesterday and we have seen many examples. Let's continue, guys. So hope you guys are practiced. Okay. But if mainly there is a two important things is there, that is a primary key and foreign key. What is a primary key means? Primary key means unique plus not null. Foreign key is what? Okay, by using primary key, foreign key, okay, we can create a relationship between two tables. Okay, in one table, it will be act as a primary key. In another table, that same column, we have to declare as what? Foreign key. Okay, by using this primary key foreign key relationship, we can create a relationship between two tables. This is what we have discussed, right? Let's continue from that part. Any doubts from yesterday? Any
No,
doubts, guys?
no, Sharukh, clear.
I have to practice. Okay. Okay, fine. I hope you everyone is practiced. And there is a cardinality, guys. Cardinality will do check constraint. Did we completed the check constraint? No. What testing? Where we have declared that cardinality you keep aside. I'll explain you later. It's not much important. Okay. This is table level. Before table level, yeah. Let's rules. Table date should be WRD. Many to many, not about the many to many. Let's talk about the default constraint, guys. Now, default constraint. That cardinality, there is a concept called one to one, one to many, many to many. I will explain you with another examples. As of now, open Oracle Apex. Okay. Once you open this Oracle Apex, sign in. Okay. Okay. Now we'll discuss about the um wait. Default constraint, guys. What is a default constraint and everything? See, by the name itself, what you understand about the default, guys? What is the meaning of the default constraint? Okay.
As it is.
Yes, some default value. See, a column can be declared with the default as follows. High date as a date, default sysdate. Okay. For example, we can give some default name, guys. For example, let's see if I have a table. If I have a table and finally this column, I have keep some value already by declaring this table. Okay. For this column, I have created one data constraint called default. In default, I have already assigned one value. So whenever one row is inserted, okay, here in that cell, the default value will be whatever the default value we have provided, that will be given. If I provided any value, it will take that value. If I don't provide any value, it will take the default value. Got it? Let's do some practical. You will understand. Let me create one table, guys. Okay. What is the table name? Okay, there is a table called EMP77. In these two columns, I'm going to create. The first column is employee number with the number data type size 4, and the second column is high date. What is the data? What is a type date? And what is a constraint, guys? What is a constraint here? Default. In this default, what I am passing?
System date. Today's
System
date.
date. Today's date means whenever, for example, what is my requirement? I want to create one table. Okay, means if today this record is inserted, means in this column, which column? High date column, it has to take which date? The sys date, the date. If tomorrow's means tomorrow's sys date, it will be loaded. If whatever the day we insert some record, that record date, it will be that sys date, it will be inserted. Got it? By default, it is. See, let's do a practical. Okay. See guys, insert into which table? Employee 77. Only what is the value I am passing here? What is the value I am passing here? Only employee number. Okay, I am not passing here what? High date. I am not giving any high date. Normally in this case, what should happen, guys? It should be like a empty, right? It should be filled with a null, right?
Yes,
See,
sure.
in EMP77 table, okay. But what happened here? Let's see. See, insert into what happened. Table or view does not exist. Just now only we have created, right? This one. Just now we created or not? Just we pasted. Invalid data type. Where it is? Oh. See, guys, 4 is available outside due to some mistake. Size 4. Now you create the table. First create the table. See, guys, table created. Now try to insert the data. See, one row is inserted. Now check, guys. Now check. Select star from EMP77. Now please carefully observe, guys. I have passed only what value? Employee number. But by default, what it is taking? In high date column?
Today's date.
Today's date. Okay. See, but why? Why? Because in this column, guys, in high date column, if you see in this high date column, I have given the default value. What is the default value? Sys date means whatever the date of inserted date. If I do tomorrow, right? If I run tomorrow, right? Tomorrow's date will be inserted. See, no need to pass anything, guys. Now, one more thing. Here, what I am doing. Again, I'll try to insert one row, but this format Oracle Apex will not accept, guys. If you want to accept this format, what is a function? What is a function if I want to pass this format?
To date.
Yes. To underscore date. Inside to date function, I will pass this. Okay. To date of comma. Okay. In this, I need to, first one is what? DD hyphen. Next what that is?
MON.
EMON. Month hyphen. Next one is year. YYY. Okay. Now it will take. Okay. Now it will take. Run this. Missing comma. Where it is missing comma? Okay. One more, guys. Yeah, I should close, right? I should close. See, one row is inserted. Guys, now what value it will take? It will take this date or by default today's is data. Which it will take? In simple, guys, only simple conclusion. See, 1/1/2021. If we provide any value, it will take the provided value, or else it will take what? Default value. In default value, what is the value I have given? Sys date. That is a default constraints functionality. Okay. Now we'll try to understand what will happen if I pass the null, guys. If I pass the null. See, if I don't pass, it is going to take the default one. If I pass the value, it will take the whatever the value I have passed. If I pass the null, what it will happen? Let's guess. One row is inserted. Let's check. Okay, just check this. Oh my God. Okay, null, guys. So what is your understanding about this default constraint, guys? What is your understanding about this default constraint? If you provide any value, it will take that value. If you won't provide any value, it will take the default value. If you provide the null, it will take the null. That's all now. What about everyone? Did you understood or not?
Yes, Sharukh. Sharukh, good.
Yes.
Yes, Sharukh.
Okay, fine. Fine. Thank you. Okay, guys. This is about the default, guys. That's all. Okay. Now, up to now, everyone please observe. Up to now, we have seen, okay, column level constraint. Column level constraint. Column level constraint means what, guys? For example, EMP number. It is a number data type. Here, size is 4. So immediately after declaring column, what I am declaring? Constraint like not null or unique, okay, or unique or primary key. Like that, whatever the constraint I want to declare, I am constraining. This is called column level constraint. Now, what is table level constraint? See this, guys. Table level constraint means we won't declare here, guys. We won't declare here. After declaration of complete table, we declare. Let's see. For example, what here? Table level is there. Okay, table level. If constraints are declared when after declaring all the columns, not immediately, guys, not immediately declaring the column. After declaring all the columns, then it is called table level constraint. Why we use this table level constraint means use table level constraint to declare constraints for multiple columns or the combination of columns. This is important point. Okay. See, why we have to create, why we have to declare table level constraint means, you see, guys, for example, for employee number, what is the data type? Number data type. Size is 4. Size is 4. Now here, if I use any constraint, for example, not null, okay, I can, okay. See here, for one column, I am giving one constraint. For another column, another constraint or same constraint. Like at a time, for multiple columns or combination of columns, I can declare the constraint. If you see this with examples, you will understand here. Okay. See, what is the syntax? Create table, table name. First, I will declare the column. Second column, third column, like that. Whatever the columns I want to declare, I will declare. And in the final, guys, in the final, I will give the constraint name and column names, guys. Column names. What, for example, here if I want to, for the column 1, column 2, I want to declare as a not null. So what I will do? I will give not null. For which columns? Like employee number, comma, name. Okay. These two columns will be considered as what? Not null constraint. Got it? One is by giving side. Once I declare the column, side only, I will declare the constraint is one method. Second method is what? After declaring all the columns, so finally I can declare. This is called table level constraint. Let's see some examples. You will understand. See, declare check constraint at table level. It is asking what? I want to declare which constraint? Check constraint. At which level? Table level. Okay, table level. See, guys. Now there is a one logic I'll explain you. Everyone, every day we are taking so many products, right? Like milk, biscuits and everything. And I want to keep this rule, guys. See, product ID, product name, manufacture date, expiry date. Guys, manufacture date, I mean, expiry date should be greater than manufacture date, right? Rule. For example, there is a milk, guys. Okay. Its manufacturing date is today. For example, what? 3/7/2025. And I think that 5 days is its expiry date. So expiry date should be what? 7/2025. Okay. What I mean to say, expiry date always greater than manufacture date, right? Like that manufacturing is 8/7/2025, but its expiry date is 3/7/2025. Is it mean? Does it mean?
No.
No. See, today okay, like that, guys. For example, I want to create one table. In that table, I have a product ID, product name, and its manufacturing date. And but I want to keep one rule. By mistake, also, no one should enter. Manufacturer date should be okay, one thing, and this one. Okay. Expiry date should be another. Okay. Same date should not come. It should be what? Always greater than. Okay. It should be always greater. For that, let me write the logic, guys. Okay. Let me write the logic. Okay. Why should I write again and again? Let me copy up to this part. Okay. Let me create this table. Okay. Create table. What is the table name? Products table. In this what? Product ID, product name, manufacturing date, and expiry date. See, guys, product ID is a primary key. Product name is what? Not null I have given. Manufacturing date is date data type. Expiry date also date data type. And finally, I'm going to declare the constraint at table level. Table level means after declaring all the columns, I need to declare, right? So what is a constraint, guys? Check constraint. In this check constraint, what is a condition? EXP underscore TT. Expiry date should be greater than what? Manufacturing date. MFT underscore DT. Okay. That's all, guys. Now, please try to understand the difference between column level and table level. See, it is what? Table level constraint. Why? Because I have declared this constraint after declaring all the columns. Okay. You can check. But in case of above example, guys, I have declared the constraint after immediately after the column declaration. But here at final stage. Why we write the table level constraint means to write like this, guys. This is one of the example. Okay, let's create a table. Okay, table is created. Now let's test this, how it is working. Okay, insert into which table? Products table. Okay, insert into products table. Insert into product values, guys. Let's check. Tell me. In case of product ID, product ID. In case of product name, it is product name. In case of manufacturing date, what I am giving? Today's date. But this is what? Expiry date is what? Expiry date is what? 1st Jan 2021. Means the product is manufactured today, but it expired on 01 January 2021. Does it meaning? It's meaning or not doesn't mean. Okay. But as per the condition of the check constraint, if you try to give this, okay. Okay. Let me convert this into to date. To underscore date. Okay. So pass this. What is the format, guys? It is how the format is. DD and month. Okay. Why? Or else just give first like or else in okay. This is a standard way, guys. Okay. Practice this one. This will be better. Okay. Try to insert this. Can you check the error, guys? What is the error? Violating. Check constraint is violating. It is not at all acceptable. Why? Because expiry date should be greater than manufacturing date. Instead of John, okay, this one, if you give, oh, this is Y not, guys. Okay, anyway, just 2021. Still also it won't work. See, still also it won't work. Okay. Now, instead of this, if I do 2026, now tell me, guys, this date means what? Today's date. Today's date is what? 3/7/2025 means this year. Today is it is manufacture date. Its expiry date next year, January 1st. Means here expiry date is greater than today's date, right? Manufacturing date, right? Now it will work or not. Let's check. See, guys, it's working. It's working. Okay. Because of the check constraint, it is working. Now insert into products, everything is fine. Now I am giving what manufacturing date is this date. And this date is today's date. Does it works? It
Yes.
works. Yeah, it will work. Why? Because uh, January 1st, 2021, it is manufactured and it is expiry date is today's date we are giving. So anyway, expiry date is greater than this one. So if you want to work with this, you can convert this. Okay, you can convert this. Okay, just select this and paste it here. Okay, let's run. It will also work. Oh, 26 I have given. Sorry, I copied. 21, right? 21, right? Still it is violating the well, why it is any mistake here? Any mistake? Insert into products values to date. Okay.
Product ID is same. We should.
Product IDs, guys. See. That's I didn't notice. See, product ID, what we have given? Primary key. Since I have given a primary key, okay, does it take again same? Primary key means what? Unique plus not null. Already 100 is inserted. So it won't take. Instead of this 100, if I give 101, it will work. Good. It will work. See, it is inserted. It is one of the example for the table level constraint, guys. Let's see some more examples. There is a concept called composite, guys. In interviews, they okay, most of the times they will ask, okay, composite primary key. What is this composite primary key? Please understand. First time it will be little difficult for you to understand. If first time if you understand, that's well and good. Okay. See, if the combination of columns declared as a primary key, then it is called composite primary key. What? If the combination of columns declared as, if the combination of columns declared as primary key, then it is called composite primary key. In composite primary key, combination should not be duplicated. The composite primary key declared at table level. It's 3 points, guys. Only direct point. There is no any. See, for example, there is a one table, guys. What is the name of this table? Students table. Another table. What is the name of this table? Course table. And also we have registration table. Okay, the registration table. Just keep this highlight. In this table, student ID, student name. Course ID, course name. Okay, so here, okay, this is registration table, guys. This is what? Registration table. Okay, so here 1A, date of, wait. In the above example, student ID and customer ID combination uniquely identifies the record in the table. So declare them as a combination of primary key at table level. For example, guys, let me tell you one thing. Here, what is a primary key, guys? Can I declare here it as a primary key? I want response from everyone. Please
Yes.
tell me. Can I
Yes.
student ID? In this table, course table, can I declare this C custom in a course ID as a primary key?
Yes.
But in this case, guys, in this case, which case registration table, which field I can declare as a primary key? Is there
We
any
can consider a system date?
Customer ID.
system date? That is a date. That is not at all possible. See,
Student
same
ID.
day, multiple people will be joined means duplicate. It will be there, right? And someone said the course ID. First of all, primary key means what?
Unique.
Unique, not null.
Null.
Okay, unique plus not null. Is there any column which is obeying these two conditions, unique as well as not null? If you go to student ID, duplicates are there. If you see
It
the
should not
customer
be
ID,
duplicate.
yes. So is there any column to which I can declare as a primary key?
No, Sharukh.
Yes. There is no any column on which we can declare as a primary key. Now, to overcome this problem, we have one solution, guys. Okay. Let's see here. This is student ID, the combination of student ID, course ID. Please see this, okay? Please consider this as what? 101, 110. Next, 111. Next, 210. If I declare the combination of these two, student ID and the customer ID, the combination of these two columns as a primary key, then it will obey, right? This is unique plus not null, na? See? Is there
Yes.
understood the logic, guys?
So
Please.
date of registration will be considered as like a date and month.
That is, you leave that just to make you clear about the data. You keep any dummy dates. I just
Okay.
want to focus this part. If there is no any single column to which I can declare as a primary key. For example, okay, guys, is there any? I mean, everyone from the some people will want to understand. Okay, see, there is a some column. I mean, in the table there is no any column to which I can declare as a primary key. In this situation, we can take the combination of columns, one or two columns or three columns. See, we combine all these values, and then if we combine, then it will be unique, right? Then it is unique plus not null, right? If I combine 110, 111, 210, now it is uniquely identifying, right? So this combination of two column will be declared as a primary key. This is called a composite key. This is called a composite key. Composite key means what? Now you go and read the definition. If the combination of columns, not single columns, declared as a primary key, then it is called what? Composite primary key. Okay. In composite primary key, in composite primary key, combination should not be duplicate. See, is there any duplicate, guys? 110, 111. If there is a 210, again 210 repeated means that will be considered as a duplicate. Okay. Now let's see one more point. Composite primary key declared at table level. What? We can't directly declare in a column level. We have to declare the composite key in which level? Table level. I hope everyone understood. If not, you can ask me. Guys, is it clear? First of all, how to declare, I will show you code below. First of all, what is composite primary key means? Composite primary key means combination of two. If we declare a combination of two columns as a primary key, that I told you scenario also, right? in some tables, there is no any single column which we can declare as a primary key. In that case, we combine two columns, then it will be uniquely identified. For those two columns, we will give what? We'll consider as a primary key.
Composite primary key, like two combination of two columns. Right?
Yes, exactly, guys. That's good. Let's simple, guys. See, create this is student table, okay, and create a course table, and insert some courses, okay. Create a registration table, okay, and see, primary key how I am declaring, okay. Let me create this. You will learn more. Let me create a table first. 1 minute, guys. Hmm. See here, you will learn many things. Please observe carefully. The create table, what is the table name? Students table. Student ID, student name. Just create table. Table is created. Okay. Just draw something, guys. In simple manner. Just please draw. Okay. Students table. And next one is what? Course table. We are going to create. Students table. In this, what is the first column? What is the first column? Students ID. And what? Second column is what? Student name. Okay. Let's create another table. Okay. After creating this, insert two values, guys. Insert two values. This is a completely data modeling part, guys. Okay. So what is the values I'm inserting? Okay. Student ID is A. Student name. Student ID is 1. Student name is A is 1. And also one more value. Okay. And next table is what? Next table is what? Create table. Which table? Course table. Okay. In this course table, what are all the column names?
Course ID.
URSC course, and here is course ID, course name. Okay. So that what we do now, we insert the data. Okay, two courses. Okay, let's interest. Now I want to create one more table called registration table, guys. This is important. Okay, create table. What is the table name? Registrations. In this, what are all the columns, guys? Student ID, customer ID, date of registration, and fee. Okay. For this combination of student ID and course ID, I'm declaring as what? Primary key. This is called table level, guys. This is called okay. This is called what? Composite primary key. Okay, composite primary key. So you can now you just tell me. Okay, this ideally I can adjust this. Okay, so what are the columns? Please tell me. What is the first column? student ID, and second one course ID, and the third one is uh, date of registration, and the fourth column is what? The fee. Okay. Fee. Fine. Now, guys, this is a registration table. Okay. See, guys, you have a primary key, foreign key relationship between student table and registration table, course table, and also registration table. How? In course table, guys. See, in students table, this is a primary key, right? Let me write here. This is what? Primary key. And here, what is a primary key? In course table, what is a primary key? This course ID is a primary key. Okay. See, guys, here this table will be parent table. Here also this table will be a parent table. Now, here the primary key, here it will act as a what? Foreign key. Understood? For that purpose, you can see here this SID means student ID is declared as a foreign key with the preference of what? Student ID. It's a number data type. Reference from which table? Student table. In that, what is a column? Which column? Okay, student ID column. Here also, this one, guys, there is a relationship between this course table and registration table based on which column? Customer ID column. Understood? How the relationships will be created between the tables? Okay. And then finally, if you see the values, it is not a possible to create a primary keys here. I mean, let me. Okay, let's check. Yes, I hope you understood. Okay, this combination. Okay, this combination I'm keeping as what? Okay, this combination, guys. Okay, now this combination. Okay, see, here it is having a primary key. Here also it is having a primary key. But for this table, there is no any primary key. So that what we are doing, this combination, okay, which combination? This combination of student ID and the customer ID, we are creating as a primary key. Okay. So I want to ask you one thing. Is there any doubt? See, guys, three tables. Between these three tables, how we have created a relation. What is a primary key? What is a foreign key? Everything. Okay. See, in the above example, student ID and customer ID combination uniquely identify the records. Okay. Everything is fine. Now you try to insert some values, guys. Okay. Try to insert some values in the registration table. If they get any error, just tell me why there will be any errors. Guys, does can I insert this one? It will work or not? If you understood, please let me know. See, insert into registration table 1 comma 0. 1 comma 10 is 1 is what? Student ID, 10 is what? Customer ID. Okay. Now date of registration is today date, fees is 1000. It will insert or not? This column will be inserted or not?
Yes.
Yeah, it will be inserted. There is no any error. Okay. See, okay. I didn't run this table, guys. Sorry, I didn't created this table. First you create this table. A table got created. Now you can load. Okay. And this one, guys, one more record. 1 comma 1 means customer ID, student ID is 1, course ID is 1 1. Today assist date, and this will work or not?
Yes.
This will also work. Okay. And this will also work. Student ID is okay. See, there is a one, okay. 2 comma 10. So 2 comma 10. It will also work. But now tell me this will work or not? 1 comma 10. See, please consider this as a 1 comma 10, the combination as a primary key. Okay. See, already the combination of 1 comma 10 is inserted, right? In primary key, does it allows the duplicates?
No.
No. So it will not work. So it will not work. See, unique constraint violated. Okay. See, it will this combination. See, 1 comma 10 combination is already inserted. That's the reason. Okay, it won't work. See, here also duplicates is there. Here also duplicates is there. 10 is there, 10 is there. 1 is there, 1 is there. That doesn't matter. But the combination matters. Why? Because we declared a primary key. We declared a primary key with the combination. That's why. Okay. That's all about this, guys. Let's go with the other. Okay. Okay, guys. This is all about the constraints. Okay. Now, up to now, what we have learned. Please tell me, everyone, up to now, what we have learned.
Constraint.
Constraint, how to create the constraint at table level, right? For example, while creating up to now, what we have done, while creating the table, while creating the table, how to declare a constraint. Means all these examples are, guys, whenever I creating the table, that time only we have given some. But what if already existing, there is already one table is available. On top of this table, I have created some constraint. So if I want to add one more constraint or already existing constraint, I want to remove. Are you getting my point? Already there is a one table. In the table, some constraints are okay. Already table is there. After creating the table, I want to add the constraint. How I can do? In simple words, guys. One table you have created. After creating the table, you realize that you should add some, you have to add some constraint. So that also we can do, guys, by using alter command. Okay, alter command is used to add the constraint to the existing table, means already existing table. Let's see how we can do. Create table. What is the table name? EMP99. Let's create this. Okay, create table EMP99. Okay, table got created. Now, please tell me, everyone, is there any, did I declare any constraint here? Did I declare any constraint here? No, right?
No.
See, just now I will, okay, now I will declare the constraint. Okay, see, adding primary key for which column? For employee number. Add primary key to which column? Okay, for the employee number column. Simple, guys. It's, already alter command. Okay, already we have practiced. If you want to add the column or if you want to add anything, there is a add a keyword is there. Simply alter table. Which table? EMP 99. What is the name of the table? EMP 99. What should I do? Add. What I want to add? Constraint. Which constraint? Primary key, right? I want to add as a primary. To which column? For employee number, right? See the question, guys. Okay. Employee number. That's all. Alter table EMP99. Add primary key to that column. That's all. Data types. Oh. Okay. I need to give the complete table, guys. Okay. Employee number. Wait. Primary key. Sorry, primary key. Not primary. Primary space key. See, guys. Already for the existing table, I can create the or constraint. Similarly, I can drop also. Add constraint. Similarly, I can drop the constraint also. Okay. So how can we drop? This is adding. Okay. And also add check constraint to the salary, which should be greater than 3,000. Okay. See, one more constraint I want to add. Guys, there is a salary column is there now. So for this salary column, I want to add one constraint. That is what? Check constraint. What is? Salary should be greater than. What I want to add? Salary should be greater than how much?
3,000.
This is the constraint I want to add. Now you guys tell me, anyone, how can I do this? Alter which table? Which table? EMP99. What is the constraint? I want to add constraint. Okay, add constraint. Which constraint?
Check.
Check constraint. Okay, check constraint. What is in check constraint? What should I pass? Salary should be greater than 3,000. See, guys, I have added. Let's run this. See, table got altered. Means that constraint is added. Okay, now we can do some. While adding check constraint, Oracle also validate the existing data. If the existing data is not satisfied, then a condition, then okay, that is different thing, guys. We can check it later. Okay. If the constraint is added with the non-valid, then Oracle will not validate the existing data. It validates only new data. Okay. Okay, guys. Now, please tell me one thing. For EMP table, now please observe carefully. For EMP99 table, I have added the constraint. Can I add same thing to our existing EMP table? See, select star from which table? EMP table. We have EMP table, right? In EMP table also, we have a salary, right? So for this column also, can I add constraint? For what constraint? What should I do? Alter table EMP99. Add check constraint. Salary should be greater than 3,000. So how can I do? Please tell anyone. Alter table EMP table. This time what? EMP table. What should I do? Add which constraint? Check constraint. Check what? Salary should be greater than how much? 3,000.
3,000.
Okay, 3,000. Let's run this. See, guys, error. Why it is error? See, above for EMP99 table it is working, but here for EMP table it is not working. Why? Why? Because while adding the constraint, it will check the existing data. See, in EMP99, do you have any data, guys? Just we created the table. Okay, it is an empty table. On top of this empty table, there is no any value which is greater than 3,000. So it is added. But in case of EMP table, guys, if you see in case of EMP table, already you have some values, right? Which are less than 3,000. Are you getting my
Greater than
point?
3,000 is only one value.
less than 3000 is there now. So many
Yes,
values.
yes,
So
yes.
already values are there. It will violate, right? How can I give the rule? Means if there is no any value which is less than 3000 means no problem. But already in the table, there is some values which are greater than 3000. That is a problem. So that's what here written. Okay. While adding the check constraint, Oracle also validates what existing data. It will check the existing data. If existing data doesn't satisfy the condition, then constraint will not be added. So it is not satisfying here, right? Existing data already, which is less than 3000 values are available. For that reason, it is unable to add the constraint. Now I have one requirement, guys. What is that requirement? Whatever the past data, we have to ignore that. But newly added data should not be less than 3000. Did you understood what I mean? Already
Yes.
whatever the data existed, let it be. But whatever the new data, whatever the new salary values I am going to give, that should not be less than 3000. How can we can we ignore the existing values means you can see here. You can see here. Just you have to give a keyword called what? No validate. Just you give the keyword called what? No validate. This will be error. But in this time, what I will give? Same thing. Alter table. Which table? EMP table. Add. What should I add? Check constraint. Salary should be greater than 3000. Okay. If I run this, it won't work. Why? Because already it is violating the existing data. So I want to ignore the existing data. For that purpose, what is the keyword I have added? No validate. No validate. Now you run this. It is working, right? Now, whatever the values is available, it ignores. But whatever the new values I try to insert, it will only take care of those things. Clear, guys? See, I'm going very in depth. Okay, you should support. Okay. Let's try this, guys. Adding foreign key. For example, how we can add the foreign key? Add foreign key to the column department number that refers the department table primary key. Okay, simple. Add table EMP99. Add foreign key with respect to department number, reference from department number. For example, what does it mean? You have a table called EMP99. In that EMP99, what is the column? There is a department number column is available. So you have a department table also. You have a department table also. Here, this department table, department number column will be as a primary key. And this one, okay, I want to create a relationship between this EMP99 table. Here also department number is there now. So how can you add means? How can you add means? Where is this? Simple, guys. Alter table EMP99. Add foreign key to which column? Foreign key as a which column? Department number column. Department number column. Here I have a department number column. From which table? EMP99. This is what? This is called what? DEPT table. In this DEPT table also I have a column called DEPT number. Here this will be acting as a primary key and I want to add this EMP table as a foreign key with respect to department number. So add foreign key to which column? Department number column. Which column? Department number column. With the reference what? Department table with respect to department number. Okay. This is what, guys. And also what we can do, we can modify the, okay, changing the null to not null. For example, if there is any null, okay, null to not null also we can do. Is there anything we have done? For example, already just three I have, okay, there is a one table, okay, in the table, okay, in the table, okay, there is a one column. That column constraint is what? Currently think that that column constraint is modify the column ename to not null. For example, think that changing from null to not null. For example, it is currently what? Nullable, right? Simple guys, you can modify also. Okay, alter table EMP99, modify ename. What is a constraint? Not null. Okay, and there is a one more concept called user constraints. Okay, dropping constraints. We can drop the constraints also. Okay, cascade. Okay, delete rules. Guys, should I continue this small portion or shall we continue later? Just a 5-10 minutes. So the topic is going to complete. Should I continue? What is the user constraint means?
Okay.
Okay, guys, we'll continue. Okay, then we can start a fresh topic called joins from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so what is this user constraint means? System table or data dictionary table that stores the information about the constraint declared in a table. For example, it is a table. On top of this table, what I have done, I have declared some constraint. Okay, in Oracle, there is a one table which saves all metadata, means all information about this constraints. Okay, all information about these constraints. Let's see. Display the list of constraints declared on EMP99 table. I want to see what are all the different type of constraints available on the table. Which table? EMP99. This is very rarely you will do all this activity, guys. But while you are learning, you should cover everything. Okay. Let's see. This is what my requirement. Okay. Display the list of constraints declared in table EMP99. See guys, here so many constraints I have declared on top of this EMP99 table, right? I want to see what are all the constraints I have declared. So how can I see that? Simple. There is some already code will be there, guys. Select first call, constraint name, second what? Constraint type, second what? Search condition. Okay, from where? From user constraints. If you do user constraint means it will give all the table constraints, but here we need to filter where table name is what? EMP99. User constraint. See guys, in Oracle, there is a one table. What is the name of the table? User constraints. Okay, this table will store all the constraints which we declared on all tables. But what I want, I don't want all table constraints. I want only constraints which are related to EMP99. So guys, in first column, it will give it is going to return what? Okay, see constraint name, constraint type. Third one is what? Search condition. From which table? From user constraint table. In the table where table name. Okay, let me show you up to here. I will run and show you. If I do this, okay, it will take some time. But definitely it will show the result. See guys, it will load almost all every, okay. I mean, every tables, whatever the tables in my database I have. See, as a custom constraint name, constraint type, search condition. Okay. So if you want, you can add this also, guys. Table name also you can add. Okay, as a fourth column or first column, anywhere you can add. Table name also you add. Okay, can you see? There is a EMP project table, EMP table, okay, project, constraint, constraint type, and constraint conditions, okay? Now, if you see, I'll have all the tables, multiple tables, okay? But I want to know only a constraints which are declared on top of this EMP99. So that what I will do, where table name equals to EMP99. Now, I can see only a constraints which are declared on this table. Okay, in EMP99, there is a one primary key and one condition and check constraint. What is a condition? Salary should be greater than 300. See guys, constraint name, this is by default system will give constraint type. P means primary key, C means check constraint. Search condition, what is in check constraint, what is the rule I have given? salary should be greater than 3,000. Like that, we can see. Okay. See, guys, P means primary key, R means foreign key, C means check constraint, C means not null also we can see, U means unique. Okay. See, dropping the constraint, guys. Last topic. Don't mind. Just give me 2 minutes. Last topic. See, dropping the constraint means already some constraint I have declared. That constraint I want to drop. How I can drop means you can't able to give the direct constraint name, guys. So how can you give means you have to give this code. This code you have to give. For example, drop check constraint on which table? EMP99. EMP99. Let's check. I want to drop. Okay. Which constraint? Which constraint, guys? Can you see? Check constraint. Check constraint name is what? This is the one, right? So, what is what is a code? Alter table. Which table? EMP99. Okay. So, check. Not check. So what should we do? Drop. Okay. Drop. Wait. Should we mention the constraint name here? Oh, constraint. Okay. Drop constraint. Which constraint, guys? Drop constraint means all the constraints will be dropped on top of this EMP99. Only this constraint. You have to give this name. Check constraint, right? See? It is going to drop. See? Now you check the constraints which are related to this table EMP99. It will show only one constraint now. Why? Because already one is dropped. See, it is showing only one. Now, if you want to drop this also, can anyone tell me the code how to drop this constraint? Which constraint? Primary key constraint. Anyone?
Alter table.
You alter table. Which table?
EMP99.
EMP99. Good.
Drop
Drop.
primary key.
No,
So,
constraint.
constraint, sorry.
Constraint. Which is the constraint name we have to take the from here. The code I have to take. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. It is dropped, guys. Okay. It is dropped. Now you can go and check any. See, guys, no data found. Why? All constraints are dropped on top of this EMP99 table. Okay. Okay. This is about all constraints, guys. Okay. Constraints. If you learn this, this is enough, guys. Okay. Do you have any doubts?
No, Sharukh.
Okay. So we have completed this also, guys. Summary what? Delete the rules also. On action, no cascade on. We'll okay. Cascade option is there. Okay. Tomorrow I will fresh and I will explain you. Okay. Guys, tomorrow we are going to start a very, very important concept. If you go to real time, right, you won't see any code without this. There is so many tables. If you go and check in the real time, there is hundreds of tables will be available. You will take this table, and you have to join and you have to apply the filter condition. Very, very, very important concept. Okay, if you want to work. Okay, so we'll start tomorrow. These joins. Okay, please practice up to this constraint. Even if you won't practice, guys, just go and see the logics. What is constraint? What each constraint? What doing? Primary key means what? Foreign key means what? Not null means what? How to add a constraint? How to drop a constraint? How to modify a constraint? And how to delete a constraint? All these things, please practice. Okay, tomorrow we'll go to joins concept. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. We'll see tomorrow session. Okay. Thanks for joining everyone.